What's going on, everyone? Adrian Alvarez here with the Nickla Group at Realty Executives Premier. Welcome back to another episode of us checking out another business out here in Northwest Indiana. Today we're at Byway Brewing Company out in Hammond. Gonna try some food, a drink, and just have some fun. Let's go check it out. What's up, everybody? We are here today with
Eduardo Jimenez.
And he's actually a cook here at Byway. We're at Byway checking out, in my opinion, some of the best food I've had at a local brewery. Today we're just going to talk to Eduardo a little bit about, his journey here as a cook and just like his experience, dishes, things like that. So I want to start off, man, if you could tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been here.
I'm a pretty easygoing guy. I started off cooking back in 2018, thanks to the previous chef here, Brian Rance, an amazing teacher, like a big brother to me.
Gotcha.
Cooking is my passion, and it took me a little bit to realize that, but I'm really glad where I am now, and I really hope I can move this business forward.
Yeah, for sure, man. And a friend of mine, Jason, that works here with Eduardo, I was just talking to him about that, and he's like, same way, just loves to cook, and he told me a little bit about you as well, so that's why I thought it'd be perfect to have you on here today.
Yeah.
So in your opinion, if you have to pick one dish out of here, what would be your favorite dish that you've made?
My favorite dish, of all time here, it has to be the brimstone. It's just a classic. Something about deep fried chicken, serrano mayo, onions, charred tomatoes, and our hot sauce with blue cheese. I wasn't a fan of blue cheese until I had that sandwich.
That's really funny you said that, because the brimstone is one of the first sandwiches I had because my friend Jason recommended it, and I thought, I didn't like blue cheese either. I'm like, could I get ranch instead? But they're like, no, just blue cheese, I tried it, I loved it. I would say, in my opinion, one of the best overall chicken sandwiches I've had. So if you need something here and you want chicken, brimstone, highly recommend that.
Oh, yeah.
What would you say is the process of getting the new menu items? Because I think a lot of times you guys have some of the most unique menu items, and I've never really seen them anywhere else, and they're very unique.
Well, that also stems from the creativity, thanks to my previous chef, Brian. He really kind of unlocked a lot of things, because for my background, I'm Mexican.
Yeah.
So I really want to try to do a lot of Mexican, but my chef tells me you have to tie it back. You have to think on your own.
Gotcha.
Think about what you want to do, not just what's traditional. Because I can do a lot of traditional things here, but a lot is not holding me back, but it's just okay, everyone does that. Mm-hmm. So it's just a lot of thinking process. I just do so much research every night. On my free time, that's all I'm doing. I'm searching. I see something I like, I'll try to replicate it, because that's all cooking is now. It's just replicating in your way.
Mm-hmm. I would say though, I've talked to Jason too, and I'm like, man, they have some of the most creative menu items that you don't usually see, and it's you kind of want to come to Byway just because of how creative. You don't see this on the menu. There were a couple sandwiches that I tried that can't think of off the top of my head, but it was the first time I've ever had it and the only time I've ever had it because it was so unique. Do you say, or would you say that there's a popular menu item that you feel is every single day, no matter what day of the week, is always getting ordered? Or if there's a favorite for a fan favorite, I guess you could say?
I think the fan favorite, it has to go back to it. The classic OG burger.
Gotcha.
With the bacon jam. Everyone loves that burger. And we have talked about what if we take it off? And I think the one time we took it off, everyone was begging for it to come back. And it's a classic.
So how do you guys decide that? To take menu items off, add them on? Is it just kind of based on what you feel?
It's sometimes based off what we feel and how it's selling.
Okay.
For example, this summer we're taking off a couple of menu items because they're not doing too well.
Gotcha.
And I'm replacing it with something more fresh, more modern,
Gotcha.
a really better feel to them, so people can come in and be like, oh wow, this is brand new.
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
great. Yeah, I just really want to touch bases on appetizers, so people come in, when they have a beer, they just have a nice small bite to eat, just so they're not super overfilled.
Gotcha. No, that's perfect, man, because I always feel the things that, so Byway does have some summer events. I've been to a couple where they have an outside patio, so you can just hang out outside, and every time I come here, you guys will have a sort of set meal that you can buy with your ticket or with your beer, which I thought was always cool. So,
Yeah.
I mean, how do you like the involvement with what you guys do in the summer? I think you guys have really cool events.
Yeah, I love those events. Those events are always super fun to do, and it really like just shows us how much freedom we have in this environment, like how we can do things on our own accord.
Yeah.
For example, our Valentine's dinner, that was incredible. We have a Mother's Day brunch coming up. It'll be a little more lean back, but it's gonna go great. But things like that, I love doing things like that because that's when I can really like unlock more creativity in my head and go more like high restaurant, you know?
Yeah, I got you. Like a 5-star.
Yeah, like a 5-star
Yeah.
restaurant, Michelin star level kind of thing.
And I think it's always cool. So, for anyone who doesn't know, just recently they did the Valentine's Day one, right?
Yes.
That was a more recent one.
Yeah.
Where it's like a whole day of like how many course meal? Like,
It was a 5-course meal. I think the first course was a salmon tataki salad. The second course was tostones.
Yeah.
Third course was a lamb rack. Or no, I'm sorry. It was a pierogi. Fourth course was a lamb rack, and the fifth one was an horchata panna cotta.
And these things, they get sold out pretty quickly, right? Because I've tried to go to one of these events, and I'm like, there's no way. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I think we had maybe over 100 people do reservations.
Yeah.
And I think we were only doing that to about like 100 people because of COVID.
Yeah, of course. And I've noticed that you guys have weddings here too, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much events. Yeah, events here. I mean, you can rent out the whole place if you want. You can rent out the back place too. Bridal showers.
I've came here and I've seen like a bride and groom, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I guess they're closed today. Like, there's no way we're going in there.
I think in a month or two we are renting out the entire place.
Nice. Okay.
But yeah, we just try to do all the party stuff and things like that. It's really fun.
With this conversation, I found out, and I knew some of this, but anyone watching who isn't familiar with Byway, you can have a wedding here, you can get drunk, you can eat a lot of food, you got a great chef back there, and it's just an overall great environment. I highly recommend it. Byway's been one of my go-to spots for a while, and I'm glad we could make videos like this and talk to Eduardo today. And I want to thank you for your time, man, because I know obviously you guys cook a lot and you're very busy, so, and that's a good thing. And if anyone wants to come try it out, please do. It's in Hammond, Indiana. And I just want to say thank you for everyone watching. We will try a drink after this, but obviously Eduardo is going to go back to cooking, and we'll have a conversation later on. But just want to thank you again, man, for your insight, for the great food you guys cook, man. Like, I have tried many menu items, and they're all solid. I've never been upset.
Appreciate it.
I've gotten stuff to go, like by myself, just to go get it. But yeah, appreciate you guys for watching. Again, this is Adrian Alvarez with the Nickla Group at Realty Executives Premier. Thanks so much for watching. And thanks again, Eduardo.
Of course.
Thanks, man.